Malzahn High School, man. I remember being here, I was like the outcast. I played football, you know what I mean? I wasn't like the popular kid, but I wasn't like the kid who was like lame, you know what I mean? I didn't care about clothes, I didn't care about jewelry. I played defensive end and I also played some of O-line. Wasn't that good of a player anyway. Our school was not good of a team in the first place. Graduated high school, got out of high school, and my mom said either you're gonna work or you're gonna go to college. So obviously I ain't go to college. You know, doing odd jobs, you know, working for temp agencies. Anybody knows how that goes, working for temp agencies and stuff like that. This is like 2014, 2015, 2016. Was what ran staff for a while. I finally landed this Coke job. Got a Coke job, it was Coca-Cola. It was my first Coca-Cola job and I was doing like some material handler type work. It wasn't really nothing that great. I was paying like $16 an hour though. I remember I missed one day. I was a temp. I missed one day and they fired me. Now, with a temp agency, if anybody doesn't know what a temp agency is, it sounds what it is. It's temporary. You're temporary placed there to fulfill a job assignment that they have. So I was temporarily there, and I didn't work out, obviously, because I missed one day, and they fired me. Actually, it was 2 days, and they fired me. I moved out my mama's house at like 17. I'm 18 now. Started living with my grandma. I got the master bedroom, right? And they treated me like a king. You know, all I had to do was just help take care of some bills. You know, I was young, I was dumb. I wasn't partying, I wasn't doing nothing like that. I was just working. Speed it up a little bit though, you know, speed it up a little bit. I get a call back from another Coca-Cola job, Coca-Cola bottling company on College Park, Sullivan Road. Get a call from them and say, hey look, we're trying to hire previous Coca-Cola employees. Would you like the opportunity? I said, hell yeah. Once I landed that job, I was there for about a year before they put me on full time. Now what that job was, if nobody knows what that job was, I'm gonna demonstrate what that job was. That's all that job was. That's all that I did. Literally, that's all that I did. So I was there for about a year. I was with my ex-girlfriend at the time. It was a horrible relationship. She had no job. She wasn't doing anything. I was taking care of her. She was young. We was both young and dumb. I took care of her. She didn't do nothing for herself. Eventually, over time, the relationship got so toxic that we had to both separate from each other. It was horrible. And at the time, my dad recently quit his job too. He was a supervisor, making decent money. I think he was making upwards close to like $80,000 to $90,000 a year. Quit his job to start Hotshot Trucking. And I didn't really know what he was doing, but I knew what he was doing. I didn't really care nothing about it. You know, I'm just thinking, okay, you trying to do something, okay, cool, you know what I mean? (2233) Sullivan Road, College Park, Georgia. That's where it all went down, man. Coca-Cola, I used to come here every single day at 6 o'clock. I wouldn't leave till anywhere between 3 a.m. to sometimes, I remember it was like 9 a.m. in the morning. This job made me into who I am today, on top of adding what my dad did to me. Back-breaking work, you feel me? In here slaving, working my ass off. I came in here, I was 290. I weighed 290 when I came into this building. When I quit this job and I walked out, I weighed 235. Some days I would come in here, I wouldn't eat. I'd be tired. I didn't take no lunches. To get home, I put my last bit of money to get home because I was just living paycheck to paycheck, working my ass off every single day. I used to smoke weed all the time. You know, I was mentally gone, you know what I mean? I was lost. This job right here, man, it changed my life, man. I really learned what hard work is. I learned how to really manifest. I learned how to really pull myself up out the mud. Even being here and having my truck right here, it's a big thing for me. I physically made it. Fuck Coca-Cola though. College Park, man. Me, my grandmother, my ex-girlfriend, my cousin who was the same age as me, had a baby cousin, my great-grandmother, and my dog. This is where we lived at. I stayed in that top part of the building right there by myself. Had the whole master bedroom, me, my ex-girlfriend at the time, and everybody else stayed downstairs. You know, that's where I came from. And working at Coca-Cola, I used to come home, and then a situation happened where I had to move out, and you know, things transpired and rolled over. And I started working with my pops, you know what I mean? So here I am now working with my pops. I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad I get to show you guys this. And I'm also glad I got to revisit this. Came a long way, man. I quit my job. Once I quit my job, you know, I was depressed, super depressed, y'all. I mean, when I say depressed, I wasn't eating, I was sleeping a lot. I couldn't stay with my grandma no more, so I sucked it up and I moved back in with my parents. Decided to hop in the truck with my dad. You know, if I'm gonna be living at home with my folks again, I can't just be at home. My sister's still going to school and I'm not doing anything. I wasn't caring about what was going on. Literally all I did was sleep in the truck. He would literally go unstrap, unload, do all that stuff with loads. I didn't do any of that. That's all I did, man. Like, literally, that's all I did. I just slept in the truck, sat in the passenger seat. I slept in the bed when I was tired, and I was tired a lot. We literally went everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Colorado, Washington, you can name it. We went everywhere, and I was in the passenger seat. I had no CDLs yet at the time either. You got to understand that my dad was paying me like $500, $600, $700 a week just to sleep in the truck, just to be on the road with him, just to keep him company. So over time, you know, I would come home and I would start, you know, buying clothes, you know, because I never bought myself clothes. You gotta remember, I never had any. I never cared for that stuff. So I started buying myself clothes, getting my hair cut every week, hopped on Tinder, and I had a buttload of fun. We're not gonna get into that because, you know, my girlfriend watches my YouTube, but I had fun. And over time, I started realizing that this ain't enough. We was in Oregon, me and my pops. I'm in the passenger seat still. I'm not driving just yet. And something happened where I remember, oh yeah, the truck broke down. We took $7,000 to Oregon. So from Georgia to Oregon, we had $7,000 on the trailer. When we got there, the axle on our trailer, it broke. Got a hotel, we was out there in Oregon. I'm talking about, we're like 3,000 miles away from home, y'all. I bought a gram for $3. Let me go and say that. I bought a gram for $3 in Oregon. Anyway, so I'm smoking, I'm outside, I come back inside, and I'm, you know how, you know, weed is. Weed didn't have the same effect on me like it had when I was like working at Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, I was locked into my job. I was functioning. I could, you know, I was okay. You know, I was all right. But this time when I smoked, and you gotta realize I ain't smoked in a while, it made me feel paranoid. Weed out there is more potent. It's a higher THC level. It does things to your brain a little bit differently if you ain't smoked like that. I'm smoking this weed. I come back into the hotel room, and I look at my dad. He's in the bed, and he's just laying there on his phone. And I asked him, I said, "Are we okay? Like, is the company okay?" And he said, "Yeah, we're fine." I said, "You sure?" Because, you know, the axle, I didn't point this out. The axle was $4,000 to get fixed. That's what we know. He said, "Yeah, we okay." So we brought $7,000 up here, and I just booked $4,000 after we get our axle fixed. It finally registered in my brain where I realized that my dad is making $10,000 a week to drive a truck. His truck that's paid for. It finally registered in my brain. I started realizing that my dad gonna pay me, if he's gonna pay me $750 to do nothing, how much will he pay me to do something? Right? So my mind started working. I started realizing that I need to get my CDLs. I need to get my own truck. I need to get my own trailer. Started working on getting myself ready. I started studying for the test. I passed the test. Finally got my CDLs. Now you gotta remember, I've been in the truck for a whole year and a half with him at this point now. I basically had all the knowledge, all the information on how to drive, how to back, just how to be responsible on the road. And we decided, you know what, we want to expand. Only way to expand is my dad knows what he's doing when it comes to the dispatching. Like I said, that week when I asked him, are we okay? He had $11,000 booked for that week. That's how much money we made for that week. Most money I made in that one single week was $11,000. I think it was $11,000 and $800. That's the most money I've made this week. Oh, not this week, but in 1 week itself. That's how much money I made. We learned that it's a team effort. I gotta hop on board to be part of the team. I had to cut a lot of people off. I had to get rid of a lot of friends. I had to remove myself from certain people in my life. I just had to make a big change in my life to become who I am today. Everything I said I wanted to do, I manifested. I want my truck. I want my trailer. I want to be getting nice hotels by myself and get to enjoy hotels and all different type of stuff that I wanted. I manifested every single thing that I have today. We work extremely hard. I mean, we would come home Friday night, Saturday morning, and then we'll leave right back again Sunday morning to leave right back up to wherever we need to go. We used to do that every single week, non-stop, every single week. There was even some points when I really hated it because it was like I had no free time to be a 23-year-old, a 22-year-old. I was like, dude, I was telling my dad, like, this is a struggle. I can't, I'm not young. But then I started realizing, like I said, my mind started changing that it's bigger than me. You know, this is bigger than me. Now look at me. I live in a nice ass apartment, nice ass truck, nice ass trailer, decent clothes now. I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to you. I'm inspiring you, I'm inspiring people my age. I will never say I never thought it would get here. I just didn't know it was gonna be in a year. Thing is to you guys, man, take this from me, take this from this video. Take the time now. If it's 6 months, if it's a year, if it's 2 years, take the time now, stop what you're doing. Become better than what you were yesterday. I got so sick and tired of my own shit. That's when I started becoming great.
I've been doing my thing.
I didn't get this truck by sitting around working at no 9 to 5. I didn't get this trailer by sitting around working no 9 to 5. I got tired of my own shit and I started making changes.
I can't stay the same. All I know is grow. Money, more, no, slow. Built from flow, fly like crow. I'm human, but I feel superhuman. I know what I'm doing. Rapping is a fluent. I was in school, it wasn't cool. Boring, call it drool. Drop out, now I got drool. Rich man, crib on the hills, man. Ain't signed no deal, run it back.